Hey guys, this is Shona Raulu. How's everybody doing today? And welcome to Pokemon Yellow version. I am so excited that I get to replay this game all over again. And of course, we're actually going to get started, so let's get to it. Well, since that it's playing Pokemon Yellow, and normally you would actually be called Red or Ash, and other cases they would actually put in, I do believe, in Pokemon Adventure on Pokemon manga, Jack, but I think I'm going to stick with the original thing, and I'm just going to go with Red. Some people actually prefer like Blue or Gary, but as usual, I'm just gonna stick with the original thing and call him Blue. Welcome to Pallet Town. To be honest with you guys, I'm really excited to actually, replay this game again. And since it's on the better recording than it is on my computer, well, not my computer, but my phone, recording crap, so So you're just sticking of what you just saw on TV, thinking that all boys actually go on adventure. Thank you, Mom. Well, I do want to tell you guys something. When I was a kid, I actually never actually knew what Pokemon really was. Apparently when I was a kid, I never knew what Pokemon really was, but I actually grew to love them. Honestly, I don't understand why. Oh! So you just basically stole the Pokemon. Thanks. Oi. Same jerk as always. Anyway, so what I was about to finish here is that when I was in middle school as a kid, I actually loved to play Pokemon. And Pokemon had become like my favorite thing in the whole world. Apparently, I had some kids who actually doubt of why I actually love Pokemon, because they think that apparently Pokemon is meant for boys only. And I'm like, what? Why in the world would you think something like that? Because apparently I'm not the only person who loves Pokemon. So why would you think that only boys love Pokemon? Like, okay! That was a critical hit. That would not be really good. Whew! Bastard. But yeah, it's just really torqued me off thinking that boys are thinking, oh, well, it's meant for Pokemon. Jesus Christ. Okay, I know that Tail Whip actually lowers your defense, but Jesus! Well, at this case, we just won against Blue. And we learned Tail Whip, of course. Then why'd you take it anyway? Wow. Yeah, we try to talk to Pikachu. He's not interested about us. But of course, once we walk around with him, I think he'll be interested in us. Anyway, so by the time I was actually, like, I was a kid and I was, like, thinking, why would you not want girls to play Pokemon? Like, that makes no sense. So, by the time they said, well, it's only for boys only, and I'm like, no, it isn't. So, it just kind of pissed me off a bit, and thinking, like, oh, the boys know everything, and they should always just freaking have boys play Pokemon instead of girls. Like, it's nothing new to them. I'm like, okay. And what's really funny enough is that in elementary school, way before I went to middle school, I had a teacher who is actually in, I would say in her late 40s, early 50s. And she even has the oldest daughter who actually is also a fan of Pokemon. So which means that the teacher and her daughter actually loves Pokemon. And they've been playing Pokemon for a long time. And I never actually thought that teachers would actually play Pokemon. So it got me so interested in like thinking, okay, I think I want to try that out too. Since, if I remember correctly, I actually got Pokemon Sapphire and Pokemon Emerald in Game Boy Advance. And I actually started playing the Pokemon games, and one of the teachers actually had like, I do believe she had Ruby, because I thought that you can get like a C-Dot, for example, because I love having Nuzleaf in my team. And because of that, that Nuzleaf is what I want for my member of my team. But unfortunately, it's only Ruby Pokemon only. So I was like wondering, how'd you get the C dot? And she was like, oh, I don't know, I just got it on my game. Again, it was something I did not understand for what I need to do in Pokemon games. So it's just at first it was really confusing because I didn't even understand what I was doing, and I didn't even know what kind of Pokemon would I actually be interested about. But it was something I had to like understand by growing up, like anybody would. What do you think, Pikachu? So we just need to go to Pokemart, I do believe. Yeah, watch out for poison sting. Yeah, thank you for that advice. Okay. Some people believe that the partial that the Pokemart actually gave us to give it to Professor Oak is mainly for like say for Master Balls, but it's not really the case. I honestly don't believe that that's actually the Master Balls because unfortunately for them, Master Balls didn't even exist. Not yet, anyways. So, other cases, it's just one of those things that, okay, that was a nice critical hit. No need for that. That was a little bit overkill. But yeah, it's just that one of these things that people always believe that the partial is actually for Master Balls for Professor Oak for you to give him. No, it's not. Some people believe that. I don't think it's necessary. I don't really think that's actually... Well, I wouldn't say physically possible, but like scientifically possible. So, it's just one of those things that... A lot of things I never understand what I was doing on Pokemon games, so it was something I had to learn on my own. Yeah, it only consumes, like, Pokeballs, not Master Balls. I don't know where anybody actually got that idea. You don't hate to say it. Oh, sometimes I really like to punch him. Honestly, as a character, he's okay, but as a freaking... As has a freaking, like, the way he acts and talks and the way he treats us like shit. I don't like him. Because he's just so disrespectful, to be perfectly honest. Okay, so there is something I want to tell you guys. After the recording, I am going to capture some Pokemon. However, the reason I say that is because, one, I am going to, like, raise up my level just a bit before, like, going to the next gym. And two, I want to at least capture some Pokemon that I can actually use to help me, and mainly part of, like, the Pokédex. Not really, like, completing it, because since I don't have another game to actually trade it with, and I don't think you could trade it with the other games with the 3DS, because this is a modded game. So it just makes it quite impossible, to be perfectly honest. Aww, Pikachu's starting to love me. Well, like me, actually. But yeah, it's just that I need to, like, raise up my level just a bit and just capture some Pokemon. It's not really like a completion of the Pokédex, but it's something that I just felt like I want to do, and in all honesty, I am going to do on the rest of the games. Again, it's not going to be a whole completion of the Pokédex, because sometimes the Pokédex tend to take a while, especially when it comes around with, like, trading Pokemon, stone Pokemon, and other things. But other cases, it's just me to actually, like, completing mainly parts of the Pokédex, but not the full completion. If it's actually something that okay, that's overkill. If it's something like if it's something that have to do with, like, something like that, it's a possibility, but it's not really going to be a whole lot of completion, because again, I do have other 3DSs. Some of them are not modded, and I don't think it will actually, like, trade in with other Pokemon in other modded games. I don't know if that's actually really possible way to do so, but it's just something I want to at least give it a try. So I am going to capture some Pokemon off screen and probably, like, level up a bit. So it's just something I'm going to do while I'm not doing recording and actually doing other interruption things. But other cases, yeah. So far, we got everything that we needed. And if you guys are thinking for what Pokemon that I'm going to have the teammates, well, I honestly don't know, because there are certain Pokemon I want to get in order to, like, use. Maybe, like, at least, like, give something a shot, or just something that I never think about using, or it actually, like, continues on the storyline. I honestly don't know. But other cases, guys, I think we're going to end off the video right here. So in the meantime, guys, please make a like down below and also subscribe. And if you want to comment to me, please feel free. Hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful day. Bye!